Good day! We have featured a number of women who have made a name for themselves in the industry they have chosen. While today we are featuring in Business Mirror's Freshly Brewed one lady who has made it big in producing concerts and bringing in big international acts to the Philippines. Like great coffee to savor, Freshly Brewed tells compelling stories through the interaction between the most interesting people and Business Mirror's roster of journalist hosts, discussing the hot issues of the day or topics still unfolding or brewing. Rhiza Pascua was a full-time stay-at-home mom when she decided to dip her fingers into event organization. That was the start of her venture into concert production with Music Management International. Rhiza is now the managing director of Live Nation. And let's listen to her conversation with our host for today, Edwin Sallan, Business Mirror's online content manager and Soundstrip editor.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to Freshly Brewed. I'm your host for today. My name is Edwin Sallan, editor for Business Mirror Soundstrip, the weekly section specifically dedicated to music. In relation to that, our special guest is considered a trailblazer in the live entertainment industry. But before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like and follow our Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok pages. I guess you could say that our guest for today is synonymous with some of the biggest and most memorable concerts in the Philippines in recent years, whether they're headlined by the hottest foreign acts or by the country's most sought-after OPM artists. Now the managing director of Live Nation Philippines and its predecessor, Music Management International, or MMI, she also has pretty much reshaped the landscape of music tourism in the Philippines. Let's all please welcome Ms. Rhiza Pascua. Hello, Rhiza.
Hi, Edwin. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Let's go back to the very beginning. Have you always been a music fan? What were the very first concerts that you saw as a fan before you even became a promoter?
Yes, I've always been into music. And when I was 14, we migrated to the U.S. So I graduated high school from there. When I was in high school, I would save up my allowance so I could go to concerts. My first concert ever was Spandau Ballet.
Wow.
In LA. And then I remember going to, after my high school graduation, I went to Depeche Mode, where New Order was their support act.
Okay. Well.
So yeah.
What made you decide to pursue a career in concert promotion and specifically in the Philippines?
I started doing events for the now defunct .coms.
Okay.
And when they stopped doing corporate events, they suggested that I explore my own territory. And so I thought maybe the Philippines would be good since I'm Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
So I started bringing artists to the Philippines.
At one time, you took up law, so there was a time when you were...
And I went back to law school too during the pandemic.
Okay. When you started as a concert promoter, what were the very first concerts that you produced?
98 Degrees.
98
when
Degrees.
They were big. Mariah Carey.
Mm-hmm.
Boyz II Men. David Pomeranz. James Ingram.
Oh, those are big names. So you started big na agad.
Oh, when I started, concerts were scarce at the time.
Okay.
So there would only be maybe 1 or 2 events in a year. This
Okay.
was late 90s, early 2000.
What were the challenges and the growing pains that you experienced?
The most challenging one for me was to convince the agents that the Philippines was a safe place for the artists.
Okay.
Eventually, when they started booking acts to go to do shows in Manila, they realized that they could do a lot of business here. So after that, sunod-sunod na.
Okay. Tapos in recent years, you expanded your repertoire to also include the comedy acts like
Oh yeah,
Oo,
we've done Joke Boy.
non-musical acts, yeah. So, ano yung nagpalakas ng loob sa inyo to do that?
You know, I've always believed in challenging the norm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a rebel.
Oo
So
nga.
palaging
Oo.
I'm open to trying new things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm open to doing things that not others are open to doing. So, yeah.
Nung pandemic, you even I think produced
Engagement.
speaking engagements. Yes. Oo.
We did Steve Wozniak,
Yes. Oo.
founder of Apple. We also do collaboration with other promoters.
Yes, oo. I was about to ask you that, no. There were quite a few collaborations even during the time of MMI, di ba? Can you tell us more about it? Sino ba yung mga naging favorite yung ka-collaborate?
Of course, Ovation.
Yes.
Tita Cel and Tita Renendeguia. We've done collaboration with Pulp. We also worked with Carpos. Tita Cel and Tita Renen, Ovation Productions, Pulp, we consider them family. So, yeah, we love doing collaboration with them. And of course, we're open to collaborating with other promoters.
Are there any particular na memorable concerts that involves some collaboration?
I think we sold out in less than an hour. With Ovation, we've had a few,
Yeah.
and we traveled together
Yes.
to close deals.
Yes.
So,
If I remember correctly, One Direction was
yeah,
one.
One Direction.
Yes. Oh.
I believe Madonna also. So, yeah, it was fun. We traveled together. We spoke to the artist.
When bringing foreign artists, medyo ano yan, almost all of them have different requirements, di ba? So, what they should bring, what to do. What do you remember about? What stands out in particular?
That the Blue M&M's story is not true. When it comes to technical requirements, if we don't have it here, we source it out from other countries. So nowadays, things are easy.
Ayun. What factors in the pricing of tickets for a particular concert? Some are saying that some concerts are priced a little too high.
Some are saying that even if they go to Singapore, it's still cheaper.
Yes.
First of all, our ticket prices, if not dictated, are approved by artists. So we base our ticket prices on our expenses. So that includes the talent fees, the taxes that we pay, and all our other expenses. So the higher the cost, the higher the talent fee. If we're lucky if we have sponsors. So it sometimes it gets offensive when we get blamed for the ticket prices.
Recently, Live Nation Philippines is starting to produce concerts headlined by Filipino artists, di ba? Easily the most memorable is the River Maya reunion concert. Can you tell us something
Definitely.
about that?
It took us almost a year to. It was quite an experience, and it was the first for me. It was the first time I was doing this. When it was suggested, I really thought it would just be handed to me in a silver platter, but no. So we had to chase them individually and convince them.
Okay.
But
So it was not an easy task to,
it was
to
not
get
an
them
easy
together.
task at all.
Okay.
But it was fun and very fulfilling.
Yes, so I think it was one of the most well-attended concerts. I think it even outsold some of the foreign concerts that you produced earlier.
Probably. And I think that was the first time they were going to see each other in 25 or 26 years.
Are there any plans to do that again in the near future?
In the Philippines, because we're still touring. After that, we did US and Canada, and it was successful. They played the Greek Theater. They played big, iconic venues in the US and Canada. I think 6 out of 7 shows were sold out. And then after that, we did the Middle East. The show in Riyadh, the royal family even watched them and tweeted about them.
So Live Nation Philippines continues to be part of their ongoing tour.
Oh,
May involvement pa rin.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. It was Live Nation Middle East who did their tour in Middle East. So
That's fantastic. Okay. Let's go back to you, ma'am. Concert production is, until recently, or at least until you came along, is considered as a man's world. No? How did you manage to make it work? Did you felt that as a woman, it was particularly challenging to you?
at first, during my early days, I went through all that. I've been ignored, but okay lang. Eventually, I felt that the glass ceiling was broken.
Okay.
Okay lang.
Did you or do you now feel that you have some kind of a comparative advantage over other promoters or other people who are in the same industry?
I think
Your
each
profession.
promoter has their own strengths. Ovation knows their market well. Pulp knows their market well too. I just can't say that we have a particular market because we do new acts, unknown acts, OPM, K-pop, Western acts. We do all kinds of acts through the directives of Live Nation Global. So when I get phone calls from other promoters saying, bakit mo kinuha to? Akin to. Or I was trying to get this act.
Okay.
Or amin naman talaga yan. Sometimes I can't do anything. It's if they have a global deal with Live Nation, we really do their shows here, or in our territory.
Okay. You mentioned K-pop, no? Kasi, obviously, it now has a very big market here in the Philippines, no? Uh, are there any? Do you find it particularly challenging to bring K-pop acts here compared to the Western acts? O hindi naman talaga?
Mas mahirap naman talaga yung K-pop.
Okay.
Yes, it's quite challenging, and some fans can be very demanding, not
Yes.
knowing that even if we wanted to give what they want, or we want to give the information that they're asking for, we cannot until we are told to do so by management. So everything is dictated by management.
Despite all the challenges, no, and all the pressures of that comes with the territory, what do you find most fulfilling about concert promoting?
When you see all the faces of the people, let's say in Philippine Arena, you see 50,000 faces, and they're all happy and singing and smiling and hugging each other. It's very, very fulfilling. Nakakatanggal ng pagod yun.
And most recently, I understand that you are now being helped by your daughter in the business.
Yes,
Oh,
she's
si
been
Isabella. Can you
she's
tell us
been
more about
with MMI since she graduated from college, which was 2019,
Okay.
and she's doing more work really than I am.
Very hands-on.
Yeah, very hands-on, very hands-on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she also gives you advice on who to bring here. in
Oh,
Manila.
definitely, definitely. Ano bang tawag doon? Yung pulso.
Yung
Magaling
pulso.
ang pulso niyan. Hindi pa siya, ever since she was, I think she was 7 when she started telling me, you have to work with this guy, he's gonna blow up, he's gonna be bigger, you have to work with this group, you won't lose money. And sometimes when I don't listen to her, that's when I lose money. So, yeah, she knows. And now, apart from her pulso, we also rely on our data analytics.
Okay. So that's her, Isabella, right?
Yes.
Does she have an official title at Live Nation?
Operations.
Oh,
Operations
operations
manager.
So you're
Yeah.
pretty much your right hand person. Okay. As we head to the home stretch of our interview, do you have any particular message or advice to those who want to those who want to be involved in this particular industry, especially the women? And
I think perseverance is key. Never give up. There are times kasi when I wanted to give up, I would stay home and cry and say, I don't want to do this anymore.
Okay.
Especially if I'm banking on a show and the show is awarded to someone else. Pikon ako dati.
Oh,
But now, I teach my daughter that when the show that you're waiting for or the show that you really want is not awarded to you, that means it wasn't meant for you.
okay.
So, yeah. And another advice would be take care of your relationships.
Never burn bridges.
Yeah, don't burn bridges. One way or the other, you will meet this person again. So be friends with everyone.
Okay. I'd like to ask for an encore, but I think that's all the time we have. I'd like to thank our very special guest, Ms. Rhiza Pascua of Live Nation Philippines. And this is your Freshly Brewed host, Edwin Sallan. And I am one with Rhiza in saying, we'll see you at the concerts.
And that wraps up our Freshly Brewed episode for today. Thank you for tuning in to Freshly Brewed. Stay informed, stay inspired, and make smarter choices every day with Business Mirror. For the latest stories and updates, visit our website, businessmirror.com.ph, for a broader look at today's business. And follow us on our social media channels. Stay ahead, know more, and see you next time.